Lakers tonight. GA both have a number of veterans on their roster.
Well, we hear all the time about how valuable having experienced players can be. And clearly, both of these teams have bought into that philosophy.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The guard pair will be Doncic and Reeves. Smart is out there with LeBron James. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low.
That's a missed opportunity, and that is one he would love to have back.
Reeves can't hit.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to Maxey. Six to shoot. Here's Edgecombe. Three-pointer. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Smart with the ball. Now defended by Embiid. Smart against Embiid. And James throws it down hard.
And his handle might be an underrated part of James's game. Totally throwing off the defender with that move.
Now, here's Maxey. And now, let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Earlier, I spoke with Nick Nurse. I asked him about LeBron James and what his team's defensive game plan was against him, and he said to me, hope and pray that he misses a majority of his shots. With LeBron, there's only so much you can do against him, but we're going to do our best. We'll see what happens here tonight. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. James, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Ayton against Oubre. To the paint. Smart with the steal. Reeves in the corner. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Oubre outside. Maxey with the screen on Smart. Smart against Oubre. Another miss by Philadelphia. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's James. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. The 76ers trail by 5. Well, Greg, we know at his peak, Joel Embiid, one of the elite two-way centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds, it moved like he did. Not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. James finds Doncic. James in the post. He's against Oubre. Such a wide open look. Reeves has got 6 points.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Oubre, and he banks in the layup.
Crafty at cashing in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
Smart on the wing. James, the pass to Ayton. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Now, here's Maxey. Still without a basket. Shot clock at 6. Bucket is good.
And Maxey plays with so much energy. That time he wheels that one in off the contact.
Inside. And Ayton throws it down.
And the impressive reach of Ayton. Lob it up his way, and he'll take care of the rest.
Pass to Edgecombe. Back to Maxey. And here's Embiid. He can't get it to go. Reeves outside. Ayton in the corner. Back to Reeves. Ayton sets the pick for Reeves. Shoots over Edgecombe. Again, Los Angeles.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they've just been the better team. They've been more aggressive, which is why they hold a double-digit lead.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
Now, here's Maxey. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
Outside, Smart. And the 3 ball is good.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. The 76ers trail by 13. Pass to Edgecombe. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Outside, Maxey. Pocket 6. Lets the 3 fly. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Take your focus off Maxey for 1 second, and he will let it fly from out there.
Here's Doncic. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Oubre, good. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. They're leading by 8. And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
Here's Maxey. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Ayton sets the pick for Reeves. And again, the Lakers no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Oubre passes to Barlow. Over LeBron. LeBron with the block.
You got to keep an eye out for LeBron. He may be lurking. What a block that one was.
Got that one up quick. Smart's got 6. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Lakers?
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
And let's not forget their hustle. They've been running every chance they get, and that has led to easy scoring opportunities in transition.
Maxey, no good. Lakers leading by 9. Over in the corner, Doncic. Reeves outside. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Edgecombe. Now here's Embiid. Doncic grabs the miss. Lakers shooting has been tremendous early. Their offense looking primed and ready for this match. And that one's good, Ayton.
And a strong showing of physical strength there from Ayton. Defenders have their hands full when he's around the rim.
Here's Edgecombe following the basket by DeAndre Ayton.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. A completely new group here for Philadelphia. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Hayes, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Hachimura comes in for James. Jake LaRavia is checked in for Smart. And it's Luke Kennard in for Austin Reeves. Lakers leading by 12. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey, the Sixers are trying to pull it all together. Joel Embiid said, we still can compete for a championship, but this is going to take time. We have a lot of talent, but we still have to go out and actually do it. It's just hard. We've got a pretty good chance to accomplish something. Back to you guys.
It's all about health. All right, Allie, we thank you very much.
Can't let Lowry get comfortable from beyond the arc because he's more than capable of hurting you from there.
Doncic against Lowry. Shoots the three. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Outside Edwards. 1:43 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Grimes. Another three for Philadelphia.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Here's Doncic. Now recovering. And Hayes throws it down.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
That is just beautiful ball movement. Unselfish basketball.
Now here is Lowry. Drummond sets the screen for Lowry. Pass to Watford. Here is Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. Drains the three-pointer. Lowry's got 6.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
In a tight game like this, you really have to take it one possession at a time. Focus on limiting mistakes.
Here's Lowry. After Luka Doncic's bucket. Here's Drummond, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Sweet little jumper from Drummond. He's so competitive on the floor, looking for every chance to score.
Hachimura with his screen on Lowry. And here's Doncic from the arc. It's Drummond with the rebound. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Grimes has it in the corner. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, both ways. We're seeing a nice rhythm offensively. Now let's see which team can come up with some stops.
Now Doncic, and it's Hachimura in the corner. Oh, good on the 3. Austin Reeves has been on display for the Lakers. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Well, that's just great chemistry offensively. Everybody playing for one another and trusting each other. It's beautiful to watch.
We've got Quentin Grimes, also Lowry out there. Edwards is out there with Embiid. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Now, here's Lowry. Grimes passes to Lowry. At the top of the key, Embiid. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
On the wing, Reeves. Now recovering. Reeves can't hit. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Outside Lowry. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by the Lakers.
I love those kind of looks as a player. Plenty of space and peace of mind to launch. Rarely see him that open.
And it's all about getting to the right spot. And Hachimura did just that in transition.
So it's Philadelphia now. After the basket by the Lakers. Lowry has the open look. That's good, and it's Embiid with the assist. Lowry's got 9.
If any defense gives you that much cushion, you have to take that shot.
Arabia passes to Hachimura. Now Reeves. And it's Hayes in the corner. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, he found some room there along the baseline, some space at the rim, goes right up and puts it in without resistance.
Lowry kicks to Edwards. It's Grimes on the wing. Kennard covering. Count it. Good. He's got 8.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, he took that up with great confidence. Tremendous finish.
As the 25th pick back in the 21 draft, Tim, what's enabled Quentin Grimes to really break through here recently?
It's pretty simple, Kevin. It's opportunity. He finally got that chance to be able to be free offensively to show what his ceiling is, a much larger role offensively. Kind of reminds you of Jamal Murray a little bit, particularly now that he's got the green light.
So he's had the body, had the skills. It was just, as you're saying, the opportunity there to really capitalize.
Absolutely. Unencumbered on that end of the floor. It's amazing how guys can break through.
Edwards can't hit. Lakers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Pass to Reeves. Hachimura setting the pick for Reeves. Back to Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Smart's checked in for the Lakers. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Edgecombe with it. Hasn't made one yet. Fires the 3. And it's LaRavia with the rebound. Lakers leading by 3. Here's Reeves. Smart finds LaRavia. And here's Reeves outside. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Grimes passes to Maxey. With the floater, it's rebounded by Hayes. Lakers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. To the middle. Edgecombe with the steal. Here's the break. Here's Maxey. Embiid wide open. The 76ers with another miss. LA has gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Reeves against Maxey. Here's Reeves. He's got 11. Outside, Smart. Off target from three-point range. The 76ers trail by 3. Pass to Maxey. Now Edgecombe. He's covered by Hachimura. Here's Grimes. Another miss by Philadelphia. Lakers leading by 3. Smart passes to Hayes. Reeves against Oubre. Now Reeves. Pass to Hayes. Embiid with the steal. Now Grimes. Smart on the wing. He's covered by Maxey. Reeves gets the bucket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Maxey kicks to Oubre. Down low. Here's Embiid. Stolen by Reeves. Outside, Smart. Off target with his 3. The 76ers trail by 5. Here's Maxey. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Maxey's got 13 points.
And that's tough to guard against. Maxey is just so quick off the ground with that pull-up.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Philadelphia making a change here. Arlo's checked in, and then for Los Angeles, DeAndre Ayton's checked in for Rui Hachimura. James comes in for Jake LaRavia, and Doncic is subbed in for Austin Reeves. And here's Smart. He's got 6. Doncic right side. When you think about elite offensive players, Tim, what's one area that can really put them over the top and into a completely different category?
I think it's those guys that have a willingness to move without the basketball. If you have a willingness to run and cut and respace, it's going to create a lot of problems for a defense.
Has that even become more of a thing now as you watch these high-octane space and pace type offenses?
There is no question it's become something that's a priority for teams now, and I also think the ingenuity of these young coaches creates a better flow offensively if you're willing to run without the basketball.
That's terrific.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's James. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Ayton. It's good on the putback. And it's a 7-point Laker lead.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of Ayton's specialties.
Maxey deciding where to go with it. Pass to Barlow. Back to Oubre. 5 to shoot. Maxey, that's a 2-pointer. Another miss by Maxey.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And with each miss, you can feel him pressing just a little bit more.
An absolute beast inside. Love how Ayton uses his size to draw these fouls.
This is his first free throw of the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
The first one falls.
And you just have to be enticed by the skill set of Ayton, a 7'1" behemoth who plays with a lot of physicality and skill on both ends.
Drummond's checked in for Joel Embiid. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Hachimura is checked in for Hayes. He's perfect from the line this time. Tim, DeAndre Ayton was coveted as the #1 overall pick back in 2018.
Well, he moves so well for a 7-footer, and he's got great touch out to the mid-range. Kevin, his offensive game is special.
Now here's Drummond. The Lakers with the rebound. Ayton's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
And that's just really good situational awareness from Smart, realizing someone was open on that possession.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Maxey against Doncic. Maxey, no good.
Well, after a great start, he has really cooled off pretty quickly.
Hachimura, the pass to Ayton. And here is Doncic. Pass to Hachimura. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Kelly Oubre.
And when Hachimura is looking to score, it sometimes forces the D to get aggressive. Love the energy.
At the line for 2.
And the first one drops. Austin Reeves is checked in for Smart. Hachimura hits them both. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. It's a 13-point game. Pass to Drummond. Outside, Maxey. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Doncic. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
They just need a spark. This is when your leaders have to step up.
Now, here's Doncic. Here's the floater. Here's Hachimura. The three-pointer off the mark. The 76ers trail by 13. Pass to Oubre. Outside, Maxey. Drummond with a screen on Reeves. With the step back. Will it go? And here's Maxey outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Maxey's got 16 points.
And one of the many ways Maxey could hurt you with his shooting, lightning fast on that release.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey guys, Tyrese Maxey trying to do it all for his team. He said, I think the biggest part is leadership. I need to lead by example and lead with my voice. I have to play well, and if I do that, I can demand respect with my play. But I really want to set a good example just by how hard I work. Back to you, Kevin.
Great mentality. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. LeBron outside. To the inside. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Not letting that one fly. Drummond using his height and wingspan to deny the shooter.
Doncic against Maxey. Nice D from Doncic.
Well, that was a great challenge at the rim and a difficult adjustment to make.
And that does it for the first half of play. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 8. Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
I'm here with Nick Nurse, and Coach, I saw you imploring your team to pick it up. Where do you need to be better in the second half?
Well, we're not very good offensively right now. I think we're taking some okay shots, but we got to be a little bit more patient and keep moving it around a little bit. Need multiple paint touches rather than just one. So we just got to do a little bit better job of getting off it and relocating a little bit.
Patience is a virtue. Thank you, Coach.
All right, Allie, thank you for that interview. And we'll be back with more basketball in just a moment. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You have to like what we're seeing from Tyrese Maxey.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
Lakers leading by 8. Taking a look at the Lakers. The guard pair will be Doncic and Reed. James is out there with Marcus Smart. And it's Ayton in at the center position. Reeves outside. Puts up a 3. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Over in the corner, Edgecombe. Nailed from three-point land. Edgecombe's got his team on the board first here in the second half with the 76ers. LeBron outside. Here's Smart. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Bounce pass Maxey. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Oubre.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Down low. Here's Ayton. The call will be against VJ Edgecombe. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Doncic outside. And it's off from three-point range. The 76ers shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Oubre passes to Barlow. And LeBron with a clear path. Wow, what a play! Unbelievable!
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
The 76ers trail by 5. The big man Embiid converts inside.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Maxey against Doncic. Smart. Reeves outside. LeBron sets the screen for Reeves. The offensive rebound. For the 3. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Reeves has got 16.
And that's LeBron, one of the best front court playmakers. That is something you just can't teach.
Here's Barlow. James defending. Pass to Edgecombe. And here's Maxey outside.
And you know his coach loves to see that. That is a textbook box out.
James finds Doncic. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Inside. Outside for Smart. The three-pointer, no good. The 76ers trail. Maxey with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Shoots. Embiid, no good. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Led by as many as 14 points.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Trailing here by 8. Pass to Edgecombe. Here's Barlow. Still scoreless. Now here's Embiid. Shot clock at 5. From way outside, Joel Embiid.
Come on. Joel Embiid. I mean, 7-footers are not supposed to shoot like that.
And you talk about physical dominance combined with skill. Tim, at his peak, where does Joel Embiid rank?
Well, Kevin, I'm not sure we've ever seen a 7-footer with this combination of power and three-point shooting touch. Injuries really are the only thing that have slowed him down.
And here's Maxey after LeBron James hitting the three. To the right side. Here's Edgecombe. Pass to Embiid. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And the shot is good. And it's a 10-point Laker lead.
And making it look easy. LeBron overwhelms the defense inside.
Here's Barlow. Oubre kicks to Maxey. Oh, good with the triple. Lakers have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Nice shot by Smart.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
The 76ers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Here's Barlow. Still yet to score. And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Embiid. A 12-point game. Pass to Edgecombe. Embiid with a screen on Reed. Edgecombe, no good. And here are the Lakers. They're on a 14-5 run. Reeves gets the bucket.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Here's Edgecombe. He's defended by Reed. Just 5 to shoot. Edgecombe with it, and it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. Edgecombe's got 5 points so far. LeBron outside, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Here's Barlow. James covering. Maxey against Doncic. Now, here's Maxey. D right on him. Yes, that goes in. 18 points for him.
Offensively, Maxey can be such a problem. He attacks you with that relentless energy.
LeBron galloping to the rack.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend. Yeah, he probably shouldn't have taken that shot there. The defensive intensity was all over him.
Ayton kicks to Doncic. Reeves outside. From 20 feet out. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got 11 rebounds in the game. Pass to Maxey. Back to Embiid. And stolen by Ayton. Reeves the pass to Smart. Fade away. Oubre pulls it in. The 76ers trail by 12. Outside, Maxey. Clock at 6. He's off on that one. Good work defensively by Reeves. In the corner, Smart with it. Up again, and Ayton stays with it. Ayton's got the lead up to 14 now for Los Angeles.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Edgecombe with it. He's defended by Reed. And Edgecombe gets it to go.
Nice play by Edgecombe. He has the strength and body control to finish.
Here's LeBron. Oh, man!
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Here's Barlow. He has yet to score. Embiid with a screen on James. Barlow passes to Oubre. From deep, Maxey. It's hauled in by LeBron. James has got rebound number 13 with that last one. No one near Reeves as he lets it go. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got 6 assists now in the game. Maxey passes to Barlow. And stolen by James. Here we go, one-on-one. They get it back, and the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Well, one thing that has stood out to me, and it's been a major difference maker, is they're playing with great pace, getting out on the break every chance they get.
Doncic, no good on the free throw. So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, then that can be as difficult as anything.
Walker's checked in for Baldwin. Jake LaRavia is checked in for the Lakers. Lakers leading by 18. Reeves outside. LeBron James on the wing. And they double up LeBron. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The tray. Reeves gets the bucket. Reeves has got 10 points in just the second half.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
Now, here's Lowry. He's got 9.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
He just wants the ball more than anybody else on the floor, and it's ending up in his hands as a result.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
Now, here's Lowry. Hayes with the steal. Now, LaRavia. Pass to Hayes. It's stolen by Edwards. And here's Lowry. There's 47 seconds left here in the third quarter. Fader on the way. The rebound by the Lakers. Here's LaRavia. No scoring in this one. Reeves against Lowry. 5 on the clock. The kick out to LeBron. Lets it go with a 3. The shot comes out. Grimes finds Lowry. To end the cold streak. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Lakers on top, just dominating this one. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
What a find. These are the kind of plays we've come to expect from him.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Embiid is out there with Trendon Watford. Then there's Quentin Grimes. Then there's Lowry, and it's Edwards in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's Reeves. Vanderbilt with the screen. Reeves against Edwards. Vanderbilt kicks to Kennard. From deep, Reeves, and it's Grimes with the rebound. The 76ers shooting 41% for the game. Outside Lowry. Screen by Watford. To the paint.
And we know how good Embiid is at drawing fouls, especially in the painted area. He welcomes the contact.
At the line for Philadelphia, Joel Embiid. Taking 2 shots.
Two.
First free throw is good.
Better than most centers from the line. Embiid exceptional with his hands.
Baldwin, he's checked in for the 76ers. So he gets them both. Lakers leading by 21. Pass to Hayes. Here's Reeves. Over Watford. Reeves can't hit. Watford passes to Grimes. Low block shot. The shot by Watford, no good. Lakers shooting 49% on the game. I'll take that. just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. 6 to shoot. That 3 off the mark.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
The shot's good from Hayes.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Embiid with the screen on Kennard. That one is good from Joel Embiid. 9 points for Joel Embiid.
And just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
Reeves the pass to LaRavia. Reeves with the screen on Edwards. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, he is really filling it up, but also keeping others involved.
Pass to Baldwin. Now Embiid. It's Grimes on the wing. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Hayes. And Reeves has got the ball here for Los Angeles. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
His effort has been there since the opening tip. He is leading the way by example.
Here's Watford. Pass to Grimes. Back to Watford. They get a hand on it. Over Reeves. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Here's LaRavia. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Sixers ball.
And the 76ers making a change here. Maxi's checked in. And then for Los Angeles, Hachimura, he's checked in for Jake LaRavia. And Doncic is subbed in for Austin Reeves. Now, here's Maxey. Pass to Embiid. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Clock at 6. And they double up Embiid. Maxey, that's in, coming off the assist from Embiid. Maxey's got 20.
So what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Pass to Doncic. And the Lakers with another turnover here.
Philadelphia ball.
Oubre's checked in for Philadelphia. Edgecombe comes in for Edwards. The Lakers also making some changes. James comes in for Vanderbilt. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Luke Kennard. The 76ers trail by 21. Maxey passes to Oubre to the middle, taken away by Hayes. To the inside, here's LeBron. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
And nice touch from the inside. I'm a fan of when LeBron just burrows his way inside and takes advantage.
Oubre outside. Here's Grimes, covered by LeBron. Here's Embiid, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
And the 76ers making a change here. Arlo's checked in.
Dominic Barlow.
Just 5 on the clock. Outside, Maxey. From past the arc. Hachimura grabs the miss. Lakers leading by 23. On the wing, Doncic. Now here's Smart. Back to Doncic. Back to Smart. Over Edgecombe. And Smart with the basket on the assist by Doncic.
Luka Doncic.
Doncic has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Maxey against Doncic.
And how about the poise from Embiid? Gets fouled, but stays with the shot and able to get that one in the air. Clearly a foul.
So, Tim, and I can see it in my mind's eye, you won that three-point contest back in '96. What's the key to success in that event in particular?
Oh, yeah, what a great night. And I think, Kevin, there's a few things. First, I just think you've got to have a short, compact release, because then you're not going to rush at the end to make sure you get all 25 balls up. But I also think part of it, for me, I got to shoot first after the warm-up introductions because I was still loose. I didn't have to sit there for 20 or 30 minutes during commercial breaks. I think that helped me win the title that night.
A little strategy. Ayton, he's checked in for the Lakers. Austin Reeves comes in for Rui Hachimura. And Embiid drops them both. Lakers leading by 23. Reeves outside. Pass to James. Ayton in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Reeves with the screen on Embiid. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And this is why you gotta put a body on Ayton. When you don't, he torches you with the putback.
Now Embiid.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Lakers have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Doncic dishes to LeBron. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 8th assist in the game.
He must have visualized this one because everything is falling.
Now, here's Maxey. Oubre outside. Pass to Embiid. The shot will not fall. Some solid defense from Ayton. Here's Doncic. Takes it off the glass.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And they just keep building out this lead. With each made basket, their confidence increases.
Here's Barlow. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Another miss by Philadelphia. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 14-6 run. Smart kicks to Doncic. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton. And we've got a lineup change here for the Lakers. And it's Maxey with the ball for Philadelphia. They set the screen. Over in the corner, Edgecombe. And he's good on the 3-ball. Edgecombe's got 10 points here in the second half.
Locked and loaded. Edgecombe firing at will.
Inside, it's tipped. Maxey with it. Now Smith defending. And the dunk by Edgecombe.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
And it results in the highest percentage look you're going to get.
Here's Connect. Pass to Smith. To the paint. Trying to find Vanderbilt. Gets it to him. 6 on the shot clock. Hachimura with a screen on Maxey. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Basket good.
And that's impressive mobility there. Hachimura is tough to stay with given how quick he rolls in these sets.
Now, here's Maxey. A 3-ball. Rebounded by the Lakers. Hachimura's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Hayes. Now here is Smith. He's covered by Maxey. Oubre against Hachimura. Smith for three. Rebound by the 76ers. Outside, Maxey. Oubre passes to Maxey. Embiid with it, working on Hayes. Embiid sets the pick for Edgecombe. Offline with his three. Los Angeles has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Pass to Smith. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Down low, here's Vanderbilt, and the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Yeah, he gives up a few inches to most of his matchups, but his ability to rise above always gives him a chance.
Here's Edgecombe. Now Maxey. Oubre on the wing. Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Los Angeles.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for LeBron.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Maxey, no good.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Hachimura finds Smith. Inside. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Maxey attacking. Pass to Embiid. And they double up Embiid. Here's Edgecombe. No good from outside. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Smith. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for Los Angeles. Smith taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. Smith hits them both. And here's Maxey. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about wraps it up. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, LeBron James.